The story of tragedy and triumph. Every life has a story. Some stories are filled with laughter, success, and beautiful memories. But many stories are also marked by pain, heartbreak, disappointment, and loss. The Bible itself is filled with stories of tragedy. Adam and Eve falling into sin, Joseph betrayed by his brothers, Job losing everything, David broken by failure, and Peter denying the Lord he loved. Tragedy is real. There are moments when dreams collapse, families break, sickness strikes, or tears silently fall in the night. Sometimes people smile in public while carrying hidden battles deep inside. But the beautiful truth of the gospel is this: God does not end the story in tragedy. He is the God of triumph. What looked like defeat at the cross became the greatest victory the world has ever known. Jesus suffered rejection, humiliation, pain, and death. Yet on the third day, he rose again in triumph. The empty tomb declares that sorrow does not have the final word. Sin does not win. Darkness does not prevail. Through Christ, broken lives can be restored, wounded hearts can be healed, and hopeless souls can find new beginnings. Perhaps today, someone feels trapped in a chapter of tragedy. Maybe your past is painful, your present is uncertain, or your future feels unclear. Remember this: God specializes in turning messes into messages and trials into testimonies. Joseph went from the prison to the palace. Job moved from suffering to restoration. Peter went from denial to powerful ministry. And through Jesus Christ, your story can also become a story of triumph. The question is not whether tragedy exists. It does. The real question is this: will we allow God to write the final chapter of our lives? When we surrender to Christ, tragedy becomes temporary, but triumph becomes eternal. Because with God, every broken story still has hope. Isaiah 40:31, which reminds us, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint."